Hello, and my name is David Attenboyo, and here we take a look at the Welsh valleys, or what is left of the recently nuked Cardiff Bay. And if you listen very carefully, you might still be able to hear the ramblings and the rantings of Russell T. Davies, also known as Uncle Rusty, who is known to still linger these parts like some sort of Welsh Bigfoot.
I wrote 3 episodes of Chucklevision because I used to work in BBC Children's and I was leaving to try and become a writer, and the producer of that, a brilliant man called Martin Hughes, who encouraged me an awful lot in my early years, he said, yes, you can write Chucklevision. You think Chucklevision's easy? You can write, anyone can write one Chucklevision. I write to me, to you, to use that word. The second Chucklevision is hard work. It has so much power. The third Chucklevision is like bleeding from the brain. He had so much power, so much himself. And so I was so late with those scripts, I hadn't certain in what he was doing. I was in a taxi right in the end of it. It was so late, but I've probably got more repeat fees for that than anything else I've ever done. Chuckle is a universal language. It's still showing in Hong Kong. Thank you very much, Chucklevision. Being from the valleys, been that. Nope. Who's that there?
Hi, I'm Mr. Sheep and I love Uncle Rusty. I mean Rusty Davies.
There we go.
Oh no, boyo, not Rhys the Sheep. That's not very marvellous, boyo.
Oh, pipe down, Uncle Rusty. Anyway, hello. El Dunno here once again, and I'm back. Yes, back in the Welsh valleys because, this is all that remains of Cardiff Bay. It's been about 3 months since my last video, when I gave you a tour of the TARDIS, and a lot has changed. And by a lot, I mean Cardiff no longer exists. It kind of got nuked. Yes, Kim Jong-un had enough of RTD and Doctor Who and so sent a warhead straight for Cardiff Bay. It's all true. But that doesn't mean we still can't reminisce about that beautiful city now, does it? And in fact, I can actually use my space telephone non-copyright infringing time machine to go back in time and still give you a lot of tour. So get your shoes on, let's go! Okay, so let's start with the big one, the Millennium Centre, a building very familiar to us Doctor Who fans, appearing in episodes such as Boomtown, Utopia and Last of the Time Lords, along with, of course, Torchwood itself. It's a behemoth of a thing, both in real life and in Second Life here. This bronze bad boy was the biggest structure on Sim and took up about a quarter of Sim space. Stepping inside the Millennium Centre, you'd have found the lobby. Now when making this, I found out they'd in fact done up the lobby completely, turning it from a sterile and cold airport terminal looking space into something much more like a warm and curvy lounge. The lobby itself does make a couple of appearances in Doctor Who, such as the entrance to the New Earth Hospital from Series 2's New Earth, and then in A Girl Who Waited from Series 6. The exterior of the lobby also made a brief appearance in Vincent and the Doctor. They used some CGI trickery to convert the front into the gallery. Up some stairs to the left was a bar area. This was based on a real bar and live entertainment area added to the Millennium Centre during refurbishment. And we never used this place once. Now, this massive empty space was never filled up. Ironically, it was meant to be the focal point of the whole place, as we had named ourselves after the Doctor Who experience, except we had no Doctor Who experience. But this was where the experience was going to be. It just never was. It was basically going to be a virtual recreation of the Cardiff Bay Doctor Who experience, as close to the original layout as possible, which was going to be tricky as I couldn't find many photos or videos showing what that layout was truly like. And I visited in 2015, so it's been a while, the memories are quite fuzzy. Ultimately, we were going to base it off of what photos did exist, along with said fuzzy memories. We would have also expanded on the DWE in places the real version physically couldn't, but alas it didn't materialise, for lack of a better word. Mermaid Quay, otherwise known as the shopping mall. In the original iteration of Cardiff in Second Life, built way back in 2008, the mall occupied the massive space in the Millennium Centre. I decided to put it into Mermaid Quay for the modern edition, just because of how Second Life shopping has changed since the 2000s really. We wouldn't have had enough content, shops and product to fill up the cavernous Millennium Centre, so Mermaid Quay became the perfect replacement in that regard. I also felt like it fit the vibe more. In real life, Mermaid Quay is a more recreational environment, and so that kind of became a perfect replacement for a shopping mall. Here's the Welsh Assembly building. Not loads to say about this one, apart from that many Welsh people go here to talk Welsh politics or something. It never really became anything in the sim, however. It was essentially glorified decoration. Much like the bar, it never got used once. But it was still a nice build, I quite liked it. The Pierhead building stands out from the rest of Cardiff in the fact that it's a grand old Victorian building that's almost castle-like in parts, which was a nice change of architecture to build, to be honest, because the rest of Cardiff is really quite modern. So it was a nice change of scenery to actually build something that was so different from the rest of what was in Cardiff Bay. The building in its final form was used as a games room, but I always wanted it to be more. That was never intended to be what it was. The initial plans involved putting in a Doctor Who museum, which is what the original version of Cardiff did back in 2008. A museum showcasing the history of the show, but we never got round to it, unfortunately. Here's the row of terrace buildings found on Butte Crescent? Butte Crescent, am I saying that right? Who knows, the Welsh have funny words. There's not much to say about Butte Crescent, apart from that it was home to a fan favourite pub that was used for various events such as St Patrick's Day and things like that, and that pub witnessed many cursed sights. It shall be missed. Now, this was the only building in the sim not to be based on a real life location. It's Unit Tower, clearly. This was a fun one to make. I built it before we even saw it properly in a story, and based it all off of snippets we saw in trailers at the time. And being a Marvel fan, I couldn't resist recreating something so clearly based on the Avengers Tower. I didn't manage to finish the interior to how I would have wanted. I put in a lobby at the bottom, but ideally the control room seen in the Giggle would have been at the top. But I do plan on finishing it and selling it through Jask Industries. Okay, I need new ideas for Jask Industries products. Let's go. First, Uncle Rusty.
Oh, I have a marvellous idea, boyo. Picture this. A sim based on Cardiff Bay. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, I'm so clever, boyo.
Uh-huh. Rhys the sheep?
Oh, well, I'm thinking of a Welsh sheep-based dating app. Uncle Rusty's already signed up.
Stop right there. Hold on. Didn't I blow you two up earlier in this ridiculous video I'm already trying to end now? Oh, whatever. Tenoob, what have you got? What? God, are you all dense? Actually, don't answer that. You're all fired from Jask Industries Incorporated. Literally. Right. And on that bombshell, that's all the footage I have on hand of the sim until it went, well...
I'll come see the fucking Cardiff get demolished. It's a bit windy.
Yo, with mental. You know regeneration doesn't get rid of hangovers, right?
Here, have some Uncle Rusty's custard down your throat.
Oh, boom! Oh!
So there we have it. If you want to visit Cardiff in Second Life, too bad, you can't. But Cardiff does have a funny habit of never really staying dead within Second Life. So who knows where or when it may next turn up. But for now, farewell.